The good thing is we have one coat closet because we do this on a regular basis throughout the year. We have 4 distinctive seasons, but sometimes you get all those seasons within 1 week. Hey guys, this is Erin. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, hit that like button, click subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Hey there, I'm Erin Melton, and welcome to Living in Richmond, Virginia. This video has to do with what's the stuff that you really don't read in any kind of relocation brochures. It's just the quirks, the routines, and the only in Richmond moments that you're gonna find out once you become local. As I've said before, if you love What About Bob, remember that t-shirt that he got when he shows up at Dr. Leo Marvin's house and says, "Don't hassle me, I'm local." I'm telling you, hassle me, I'm local. All right, for our particular area, in the Richmond area, you are going to measure distance by minutes, not miles, and there's a real good reason. So for instance, if you see something's 15 minutes away, that's standard. When someone says to me, well, how many miles is that? We want to be within a certain number of miles of our new job or a particular school that their kids are going to, or daycare, or a park, or where they plan to be, I don't know, running on a regular basis. I'm going to be more like, how close do you want to be to it in minutes, right? Cool. And that doesn't change for an hour. It doesn't really matter what time of day it is. You don't have to worry about like, I got on that interstate and it's this time of day. You don't have that. Yeah, of course, holidays, you know, after work on a Friday or weekend or something like that, are there certain little spots that will be a little congested, of course. Natural time when everybody's getting off work, you know, 288 might be a little congested. Certain things going through 95, going through town, might be a little bit more congested. Short pump might get a little crazy. 64, as you're heading east towards the beach, in the summertime could get a little crazy. However, for the most part, if you say 15 minutes, it's a 15-minute drive. Another reason it's great to be local here. Okay, one-way streets downtown, it's gonna add some time to your travel time, and there's a whole lot less no right on red, which is tough for this internally suburban girl. Now, I must admit, by living in the Richmond area as long as I have, and I have lived in the burbs, several different burbs as I've lived here in the Richmond area, but I have acknowledged and allowed my inner city girl to expand her wings because of this awesome mid-sized city area that we live in, that I can be city and cool. So I'm having to get better about putting on my little city vibe when I go downtown to drive and go, remember, Erin, no right on red, you know? You can't, you know, at your stop sign, you can't rock through this one. It's one way, you gotta be careful about that. So locals plan our trips usually based on either we're doing things north of the river or south of the river. And when I say the river, I'm talking about the James River. So keep that in mind. If there are things you need to do throughout the process, I'm a realtor. I'm used to going across both sides of the river for appointments and meeting with people and going by to see clients or having coffees with people. That's normal to me. But most people are like, hey, if I got to do some stuff up at Short Pump, or I'm running to Cabela's, or I want to do a trip to Whole Foods or to Trader Joe's up off West Broad, I'm gonna do all that stuff, or I gotta go take my car into the shop or something like that, or to the dealership, do it there. As opposed to when you're south of James, hey, maybe, you know, I'm running over to Cross Street Nursery to grab some things, or I wanna go ahead and, what would be a thing you're doing? You wanna run to Wegmans off of Midlothian. You're going to go check out some of the wineries that are here more in the Chesterfield area, you know, out a little bit further out. You're gonna tend to do those one time a day or not. Good thing is you have hospitals on both sides. So our James River, we treat it like kind of like our outdoor playing field. The coolest thing is it is the only US city that has Class 3 and Class 4 whitewater rapids running right through a downtown. I think that's pretty cool. Now, do I whitewater raft? No. Have I paddleboard on the James? I sure have. But it definitely was in a quieter, stiller, lower water time frame and in areas that there weren't any rapids. I'm a wienerhead and I tend to paddleboard on my reservoir that maybe the waves kick up a little bit if the wind's coming through or a system's coming through. For the most part, I'm sitting my butt or my knees sort of thing. But you can do it down here. Belle Isle, Tex Beach, and also Pony Pastures are super popular spots in the summer for launching your kayak, your paddleboard, and your raft. And the coolest thing is, as a local, because things are pretty much 15 minutes away wherever you're at, you can do it on your lunch break. That's how nice it is to do, to be able to have that freedom to do things in a quieter midtown city, even if you live out in the burbs. So trails along the James River are super popular with runners, with cyclists, with hikers, with people with your strollers, for people rollerblading, taking your dogs out, doing whatever it is. We've got things so you can use them year round, which is really nice. Sure, our river does freeze. It's rare, and we get all excited. And the same thing happens to my reservoir behind my house. I will definitely say this is not Minnesota, boys and girls. Do not expect that it's a good idea to go out and drill your hole and start ice fishing and put your little hut on things to do that. No. This is a rare and in between sort of thing. Okay, here's another thing. If you're driving downtown, you've got your GPS going, it's going to give you an issue sometimes. Inevitably, it's going to route you down one of the cobblestone alleys. It's going to say, you know, when you're in Chaco Bottom and also parts of downtown, they preserve the cool cobblestone streets that are beautiful. They're really neat. You've seen them featured in several different big major blockbuster hit movies sort of thing. However, it is not, if it tells you on a navigation that it is a shortcut, do not believe it, because it is not the case, all right? They're pretty. However, it's going to mess up your car. I've got a lower riding car. I always worry about the batteries. Inevitably, if you're holding something and you happen to have your coffee in your hand and you talk on your phone at the same time, what have you, you know, you're going to dump it all over yourself. Or if you're klutz, you're going to dump it all over your place. Awesome photography opportunity is super, super charming. They do get a little slick. If you like to cycle, like a lot of people here in the Richmond area do, keep in mind that's going to get wet. Right? Cool thing. You like festivals? Please come to the Richmond area. We have things going on all the time. We've got our folk festival. The Arts in the Park is super exciting during the spring. There's a great Greek festival. There's an awesome Armenian food festival. So many things, and they go all year round. And then they run like smaller block parties and neighborhood parties that pop up during the year. For instance, I know that Bellevue is very popular for what's called Porchapalooza. The cool thing is you have like local bands, small local bands, and they'll be playing on people's porches. And of course we have great farmers markets all over the place. Then we've got food festivals, super authentic school, and we've got long-time recipes, super important. Musical festivals that run all through the year, and all different genres. And even, like I said, during the winter. We even have some fun pop-up markets that come up. In fact, I know down in the Carver section of downtown, they have a new holiday pop-up that's coming up that has a new little ice skating rink. It's going to have food trucks. We'll have breweries, you know, the fire pits, what have you, okay? Another thing as a local you need to know about is that our weather can be a little bipolar, right? Got my little southern draw there. We can have 4 seasons within 1 week. I'm going to give you an example. Let's see, 2 weeks ago, I remember it was like 70 degrees when I was out showing property on a Saturday or Sunday. Not even a week later, woke up and it was 32 degrees outside. I was like, oh my God. The good thing is we have 1 coat closet because we do this on a regular basis throughout the year. We have 4 distinctive seasons, but sometimes you get all those seasons within 1 week. We get some sudden thunderstorms that will come in pretty quick. Important for you to keep probably a towel or 2 or just a rain jacket in your car just on a regular basis, particularly in the summer. We don't get snow very often, but when we do, be prepared. We are crazy. We're gonna go buy all the bread and all the milk at any of the grocery stores. They're gonna close down school. You're gonna think it's really stupid if you're coming from other areas. I'm going to prepare you though. None of us can drive in bad weather around here. I'm just gonna say, if you can stay off the roads, stay off the roads. Even if you're a great driver, no one else can. The other thing is that a lot of people don't get is we get, for the most part, it's kind of like that slushy snow. If we get anything at all or ice, inevitably it's gonna freeze over at night, and things are very humid. It's gonna freeze over at night, and we are gonna have black ice all over the place. That's half of the reason why they'll cancel school, because that is still gonna be out there in the morning, right? If you are an allergy sufferer and you become local, I just want you to know, because our temperatures can fluctuate back and forth, I feel like the allergy season can be a bit longer for poor people that struggle with that, okay? We adapt, us Richmonders, we adapt. We're used to having maybe 2 different kind of coats in our car during certain times of years, because we know it might be raining, or it might be cold, or it might be warm and you just don't need a jacket at all. All right, our grocery store, we are loyal. and it runs deep here in the Richmond area. Right? Cool thing is we have Publix now. For any of our southern friends that are moving up here, woohoo, you get Publix. And here's the best thing. You're gonna get better Publix up here because they're all newer. So it's not like the kind of dumpy ones that you'll come across in some of the southern states because they're older. They've got some great bakery stuff, don't they? Love Publix stuff. Kroger is big here. We have Lidl, which is obviously affiliated kind of with like a Aldi's or Trader Joe's. Wegmans, we did get that a couple years ago. And when we have a big grocery store come into the area and they do a grand opening, that's like an event. Like, oh, what are you doing this weekend? Oh, we're going to the grand opening. Okay. Food Line is also popular here too. Even if you aren't local, you're going to know about Ukrops really fast. That is a long-time Richmond, Virginia. They used to be a very large grocery store with branches all over the place. They did end up selling a couple years ago, maybe being like, 15 years ago. However, all their products are still sold in all of these grocery stores I've talked about. So you're going to become a lover of their chicken salad, of their White House rolls. Those are just a staple. The nice thing is there is a primary Ukrops market off of Patterson Avenue. It is a great spot if you need to get a big giant sheet cake, and Ukrops makes some amazing cakes. I know this because I remember whenever they had the shops all over the place, we'd always get there, but now it's only at the market that you can get right off of Patterson Avenue. I had a big old ladies luncheon at my house. The main attraction was centered around baby goats. I saw it online from one of the local farms that they do goat grams, and I'm like, I've been wanting to do an event, so I did a big ladies luncheon for 65 ladies at my house. It was all catered, absolutely beautiful, overlooking the water, and then we had the guests of honor were the baby goats that they came for everyone to hug on. People love their Wegmans here, particularly here in the Richmond area. They're terrific. Great spot if you want to order crab legs or even lobsters. I have a funny story. Let me get you in my car when you have come to the Richmond area to become a local or to looking to become a local, and I'll tell you all about the crazy, crazy antics that always happen all around crab legs and lobsters from Wegmans. Love me Kroger. I'm a Kroger girl through and through. That's where I pretty much use their pharmacy service. You get great fuel reward pumps that you can use all over the different pumps. I have an electric car, so everyone appreciates when Mama's doing her Krogering. They also are tied, same with Food Line, to Instacart. Really easy to do that if you need that too. My grown kids definitely benefit from me being a Kroger girl because they can use all of my fuel points because I'm not using them sort of thing. All you gotta use is your phone number and a few points are there. Trader Joe's are super popular here in our area. The cool thing is we have one north of the James and also south of the James now, where it used to all be right up there at Short Pump. What is it about Trader Joe's in most areas you go to? They have really tight parking lots. You will be very pleased that both of our Trader Joe's here in the Richmond area, this is the inside secret that no one will ever talk to you about because who cares, right? Have nice normal size parking lots for your normal size cars. So come on, come all. If for nothing else, oh, Erin said the Trader Joe's have normals. All right, we have a big run that is a big thing. The Monument Avenue annual 10K race that used to be sponsored by Ukrops. And our Monument Avenue is going to seem like a movie set. Big, wide, beautiful streets. You've got these beautiful trees in the median and along, and these beautiful historic mansions. You're gonna see this also movie. We have lots of historic landmarks. They're usually nestled within our neighborhoods. This is just very much a part of living in the Richmond area. You become known, right? Beautiful seasonal decorations. It's gorgeous at the holidays, also fun at Halloween. It's definitely something you wanna say. The cool thing with being a local here too is our craft beer scene is like really important here in the Richmond area. We are actually rated amongst one of the top US cities for breweries per capita. Where do you want to be for that? Scott's Addition. You've got like a dozen breweries all over the place. We also have, so like The Vale, Hardywood, Triple Crossing. We have cideries, we have distilleries. You'll see pop-up things all over the place. They're always doing fun, like brewery hopping back and forth, so you don't have to go out into in the country. You don't have to go to Charlottesville to do all the thing. We've got everything right here in the city. All right, north versus south side rivalry. This is just a funny little thing, you know? You're gonna meet people and they're gonna be like, okay, this is the only place where you can get regular, great food, local food. It's not just, you know, chains or what have you. And you'll hear a lot of people talking smack about north of the James, the newer areas, and particularly over in the Short Pump area. Do not believe them. There are some great things over there, and also wonderful chains and franchises as well. It's a beautiful place. Everyone can sit there and, oh, it's so commercial, so this. And what do people do? They always end up hanging out over there because it's great. By the same comparison, if you go south of the James, people are like, oh, you don't have anything great. Everything is just new. They've mowed down all the trees. That is not true. There's so many great little spots and great neighborhoods as well. And anyone who tells you you can only get things down in the city, that's not true. There's great things in every spot, right? History is everywhere. Even if you're not looking for it, you're gonna find all sorts of neat things that you're like, hey, I remember that from social studies growing up. So many different great landmarks. You're gonna love it. And I'm so excited about you being local so I can show you all around the different spots. And you feel like you're doing a walk down history lane through your formative years at school. So there you have it. Please hassle me because I'm local. I'm looking forward to helping you find that perfect spot for you, the perfect house here in the Richmond area. Thanks so much for tuning in. Remember, leave everything better. Once again, if this is your first time to our channel and you want to learn everything there is to know about living in Richmond, Virginia, tap that like button, hit subscribe, and click that little bell so you're notified every time we release a new video. Thanks so much for watching, and always remember, leave everything better.